We are continuing with Chapter 1 Word, and we're starting on page W1-28. First thing we're going to talk about is paragraph alignment. So right now, each of these paragraphs is aligned left, which you'll see here, align left. You also have the option of centering, aligning right, and justifying. Justifying means it touches the left and the right, and then continues right here. We're also going to talk about line spacing. Line spacing is the spacing between each line. To change this, you can use the line and spacing button. So let's select some text. This is your line and paragraph spacing. So one line, 1.15 line, you'll see a difference. You can also go to line spacing options, and you have a little bit more information here. You can also do paragraph spacings, which controls the amount of space between each paragraph. This is set in points. To do this, you can go to the paragraph launcher, and you can see a spacing before and after. This is done in points. Again, you have the line spacing. You can also change the alignment. So we'll keep them left. We'll do 18-point spacing before and 8-point after. And we'll do line spacing at double. Click OK. So now my lines are double, and I have my points in between each of these. You can also change the default paragraph alignment and spacing, again by clicking the paragraph launcher, putting all your information in that you want, and then you can click set as default, and you can choose to do this document only or all documents. Once you're done with that, you would hit OK, and hit OK again to close. There's also automatic spelling and grammar notifications. You'll notice in this document, any words that are misspelled have a red wavy line under them, and any grammatical errors have a blue wavy line under them. To correct spelling and grammatical errors, you can right-click the word, and you notice that will give you some other options here. So you can correct it. You can also hit ignore if you feel like that is the wrong option, and it will remove the wavy underline. You can also choose to add to dictionary if this is something you use quite often. Like let's say a name or something else that it doesn't recognize. So we'll go through and we'll correct. Now if you want to use the spelling and grammar pane, you can click the button, which is under Review tab. And it's in the proofing, and you see here there's spelling and grammar group. So this is another option. So when I have a misspelled word, I'll put them all in here. I can go through them all through this option. I can ignore, I can add it to the dictionary, I can change it, I can change every option here. You can also see that it will sound it out for you and tell you what they mean and give you other synonyms. If you want to add words to a custom dictionary, you click File, Options. We're going to go to Proofing. We're going to click Custom Dictionaries here. You're going to select the dictionary. It should be just one. We're going to click Edit Word List. And you're going to enter the words in that you want to make sure they don't count as misspelled. So you see already I have my first name. So now I'll put my last name. I'm going to click Add. It adds it in here. I can also delete one. I'm going to click OK. and OK again, OK one more time. So now, anytime I spell my name, it doesn't count it as a misspelled word. You can also find synonyms using the context menu. So let's say we select a word, and I want to replace it with something else. I can right-click, and it will give me some other options. I can also use a thesaurus, so I can use the button up here in Proofing, which is under the Review tab. This opens another pane for me. So any words I select, it will give me optional ones. So let's say I select one, it will give me more for that word. When I find one I want to use, I can click the arrow here and click Insert. When I'm all done, I'll hit the X to close the pane. Now let's say I need to know the word count. So we're going to click the word count button, which is in the Proofing, again, under Review, Proofing. And it will tell me how many pages are in this document, how many words are in this document, characters with spacing, paragraphs, and lines. When I'm all done, I'll click Close. If I want to add document properties, I'm going to go to File, Info, and then here's your properties. You can also show more properties that are available. Now you'll notice anything I hover over like this means I can add information in. So let's say I want to add the title. I can also add a status. I can add the company. I can add an author. When I'm all done, it automatically saves it, and I can go back to my document. If I want to use the Properties panel, I can click File tab, click Info. I'm going to click the down arrow here on Properties. I'm going to go Show Document Panel. And this will open the same information up here. So now I can enter in the title, the subject, keywords, category, status, and any comments I want to add. When I'm all done, I'll click the X, and it automatically saves it. Now you're ready to go on to the pause and practice that starts on W1-37. When you complete all these pause and practices and you feel comfortable, go on to the homework that starts on page W1-42. You're going to be doing the guided practices 1-1 and 1-2 and independent project 1-4.